but a member of the Chicago Sky, the national title winner at LSU. And she talked about where all this attention started with her and Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese spoke to the media. She didn't speak to the media after the game against Caitlin.
Angel Reese, one of the most promising rising stars in the WNBA, is now embroiled in a major controversy that could potentially derail her career. News of her reported lifetime suspension has stunned the sports community, leaving fans everywhere asking, what exactly happened? How did the situation escalate so quickly, and why is the league taking such a hard stance against someone once considered the future of women's basketball? What makes things even more dramatic is the lack of clear information. The full details have yet to be revealed, and the uncertainty is only adding to the growing tension. With her reputation hanging in the balance, Reese's next moves will be critical. Could this really be the end of her career, or is there a side to the story that hasn't come to light yet? This controversy doesn't just impact Reese, it's sending ripples across the entire WNBA. At a time when the league is striving for greater visibility and respect, it's now facing one of its most significant challenges. Adding another layer to the drama is her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, whose role in all of this remains to be seen.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I saw that spoon, Teresa Witherspoon. She was a WNBA player, unbelievable player. She got terminated today from Chicago Sky.
If you're her coach and you care about her, you're not doing this. You shouldn't be making the focus another statistic.
Angel Reese, one of the most promising young talents in the WNBA, is now at the heart of a controversy so serious that it may permanently end her career. The announcement of her reported lifetime suspension has stunned fans and shaken the sports world. Many are left wondering, what exactly happened? How did things go off the rails so quickly? And why is the league taking such a severe stance against a player once seen as the future of women's basketball? Adding to the mystery, the details surrounding the situation remain largely undisclosed. With so much uncertainty, speculation is running wild. And with Reese's reputation on the line, her next move will be pivotal. Is this truly the end for her, or is there more to the story yet to emerge? This situation isn't just about one player, it's having a ripple effect across the entire WNBA. As the league works to gain more recognition and respect, it's now forced to deal with one of its most high-profile crises. Reese's coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, has also been pulled into the spotlight. Her involvement is unclear. Is she simply caught in the crossfire, or is there more to her role? Before getting into the deeper issues, it's worth noting, Angel Reese is 22 years old and far from a naive newcomer. At this stage in her professional journey, she's expected to know the rules, understand the stakes, and make responsible decisions. The idea that she's merely a victim of poor judgment or external influences doesn't hold much weight. She's not a rookie misled by veterans. She's a seasoned athlete who should know better. Despite high-profile figures like Cheryl Swoops and Aya Wilson stepping forward in her defense, the damage appears to be done. And unlike typical cases involving performance-enhancing drugs, where players face temporary suspensions, often around 20 games, Angel Reese has reportedly been hit with the harshest penalty possible, a lifetime ban. Yes, the same Angel Reese who was once seen as the next face of the league is now facing a permanent exit from professional basketball. This isn't a minor setback or a moment of reflection followed by redemption. This is a career-ending blow, the kind of scandal that will be talked about for years. For context, even NBA player Joakim Noah only received a 20-game suspension in 2017 after testing positive for a banned substance. He served his time and resumed his career. It was a notable incident, but not one that defined his legacy. Reese, on the other hand, has been given no such opportunity for redemption. The message from the league is clear. Her career is over. The WNBA, like the NBA, has long taken a strict stance on steroid use. After the Noah incident, both leagues made it clear they wouldn't tolerate doping. In professional basketball, just the association with performance-enhancing drugs is enough to damage a player's reputation. Now, in 2024, the WNBA is facing what could be its biggest scandal yet, and Reese is at the center of it. To understand how things spiraled so dramatically, we have to go back to Reese's entry into the WNBA. When she joined the Chicago Sky, expectations were sky high. She was seen as a potential game changer, someone who could redefine the team's future and elevate the entire league. But things didn't unfold as hoped. Rather than emerging as the dominant star, Reese found herself overshadowed by another rising phenom, Caitlin Clark. Clark's rookie season was explosive. She shattered records, scoring 761 points and maintaining a squeaky clean image that endeared her to fans and media alike. Meanwhile, Reese struggled to find her rhythm. In her first 10 games, she managed to score double digits in only a few. The comparisons with Clark were relentless and harsh. The pressure seemed to weigh heavily on her. Instead of focusing on improving her performance, critics say Reese became fixated on staying in the spotlight. Allegations surfaced that she resorted to trash talk, exaggerated injuries for sympathy, and even made race-based accusations against Caitlin Clark in a bid to create controversy. But none of these efforts changed the one thing that mattered most. Clark's undeniable talent continued to shine. In professional sports, skill speaks louder than anything else. And as Caitlin Clark continued to rise, Angel Reese's career began to unravel. While Angel Reese was struggling to find her footing in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was flourishing. The performance gap between the two widened week by week. Faced with the pressure of falling behind, Angel reportedly made the most damaging decision of her career, turning to performance-enhancing drugs. In the high-stakes world of professional sports, steroids can offer short-term gains, more muscle, quicker recovery, and increased endurance. For someone under pressure to live up to sky-high expectations and to keep up with a star like Clark, the temptation might have felt impossible to resist. But the edge these substances provided wasn't enough. Despite some minor improvements, Angel couldn't close the gap. Clark remained dominant, and Angel remained overshadowed. What's more shocking is that Angel Reese wasn't alone in this decision. Her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, has been implicated in the scandal. Instead of steering her player toward discipline and growth, Weatherspoon allegedly encouraged the use of steroids as a way to even the playing field. For a coach once viewed as a role model and trailblazer, the accusations are devastating. Coaches are entrusted with the responsibility of guiding athletes, of building their confidence, sharpening their skill, and reinforcing ethical standards. But in this case, Weatherspoon is accused of doing the opposite. Her reported support for Angel's steroid use was not only a breach of trust, but a failure of leadership. Her subsequent suspension marks a dramatic fall from grace and has cast a shadow over her legacy. The damage didn't stop there. The entire Chicago Sky franchise has been impacted. Angel was supposed to be the team's cornerstone, someone who would elevate the organization. Instead, her actions led to internal turmoil. Team chemistry collapsed. Morale sank. The locker room became fractured. The Sky's playoff hopes, once promising, vanished, culminating in a disappointing 13-27 finish to the season. To make matters worse, the organization has reportedly filed a lawsuit against Angel Reese, alleging that her behavior, specifically her steroid use, sabotaged the team's season and damaged its reputation. The legal action signals that the fallout is not just professional but financial and organizational as well. The franchise believes Reese's actions were not just rule-breaking, but actively harmful to the team's future. Players like Camila Cardoso, who showed real potential, were overlooked as Weatherspoon, and the coaching staff centered their focus entirely on Angel. The team dynamic shifted from unity to dysfunction. The locker room wasn't just frustrated, it was broken. Trust evaporated. The environment became toxic. Before the 2024 Olympic break, the Chicago Sky were holding their own. But afterward, their season unraveled. Analysts and fans alike were left stunned. The blame was quickly and heavily directed at Angel Reese and Teresa Weatherspoon. This scandal isn't just about one player and one coach. It's about the values and integrity of the sport itself. The WNBA, which has worked for decades to grow its audience and build credibility, is now dealing with one of the biggest controversies in its history. The consequences go beyond suspensions. The league must now reckon with the systemic issues that allowed this to happen and work to ensure it never happens again. The lifetime suspension handed to Angel Reese sends a clear message. Shortcuts and unethical decisions come with lasting consequences. Teresa Weatherspoon's suspension serves as a warning to every coach. Leaders must lead, not enable. This is a cautionary tale of how personal ambition, jealousy, and pressure can spiral into catastrophe. Instead of rising to the challenge, Angel sought a shortcut. Instead of guiding her player, Weatherspoon helped light the fuse. Now, both their careers are in ruins, and the WNBA must confront the ripple effects. So, what do you think? Is this punishment too harsh or entirely justified? Can the WNBA recover from this? And will there ever be redemption for Angel Reese? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates as this story continues to unfold.